I'd like to speak to you about something that people keep going on about in the patriotic movement in this country, and that's unity. There's not a day goes by that somebody doesn't email us or phone us up and say, look, why can't all you patriotic groups work together? Why isn't there a unity? Well, the simple reason for that is because we don't all believe the same things. And you've got to be unified in your core belief before you can have any type of unity. And there's also other issues like structure, discipline, and what you're trying to achieve, what your goals are in this movement. So, for example, we can't be unified with a group, for example, who are extremely anti-Semitic. We can't be unified with a group who are just out and out racists. We can't be unified with a group who are neo-Nazis. We can't be unified with a group who are, absolutely raging liberals and who only oppose Islam because they see Islam as affecting their liberal form of democracy. So how on earth could we be unified with any of these types of groups? And this is a big problem because people look and they see somebody waving a union flag and they think, they're a patriotic group. You have to look a wee bit deeper. You have to go under the surface. Now, I'm going to ask you to trust us here because we know most of the other groups. And the reason we're not unified with them is because we do not share the core values. We're not racist, we're not anti-Semitic, we're not neo-Nazis, and we're not liberals either. So we don't share commonality with these groups in a political outlook. We are a right-wing, political, socially conservative organisation. That's who we are. We don't want to see Britain being a liberal democracy. Neither do we want to see neo-Nazism or racism abounding in this country. That's what's held the patriotic movement back in this country for 50 years, because people would be wrapped in a Union Jack, but underneath it, they'd have a swastika. We don't want that. We utterly reject that and we'll have nothing to do with it. So, this is who we are. This is why we do not go out our way to deal with other people. We just reject it. There's also things like code of conduct. Anybody is welcome to stand with us if they're not one of the aforementioned types. But we also have a code of conduct, which means if you turn up on a demo or anything like that, no bevy, no cursing and swearing, no attacking female or Muslim children or anything like that, abusing people like that. Real men don't abuse women and children regardless of what community they come from. It's just not on. If we have a problem with militant Islamists attacking us, we'll deal with it. But dragging women and kids into it and spitting and using foul language in the streets, no, it's not on. It's the same with using bad language and all the rest of it. We don't want nothing to do with that. So you can come and stand with us. Anybody from any decent group can come and stand with us if you can sign up to our code of conduct. Because if our people misbehave, we kick them out. We're trying to build a strong, decent, patriotic organisation. And that's why we wear the flat caps and everything, because we're harking back to a bygone age when British men were British men and respectable and decent. And the same again with women. Some of the people that we've seen, and some in the early days who were out with us, who were the worst behaved, were not just men, women also. We just don't put up with it. So, unity is great, but we all have to be singing off the same hymn sheet. And there is a biblical standard called separation. The Bible doesn't go on about unity all the time. It actually talks about separating yourself onto that which is good. And that's what we're trying to do. So we're not elitists. We just will not stand with those other groups. So that's where we are on unity. We have no problem with unifying with people who have like mind and who are like us and who believe the things we believe and who can behave in a decent and responsible way. So that's where we are in unity. Thank you.